We're sort of in a little ravine almost between two mountainsides. So a mountain goes up over here, and then there's a brook in the middle. Right now, this is pretty muddy over here. Oh, willow fruit over here. Oh, the little willow helicopter seed things are covering up part of the brook. Oh, that's interesting. All the red over here is not blood. It is, in fact, dried leaves. We are in the spring, but I guess, you know, they're still there from having fallen in the winter. Anyway, here's the other mountainside. We've dug straight in and then down. We do have a little farming layer going on. And then down quite a few levels over here, we're working on our 1 level 4. We started smoothing out the walls. I actually designated, like, mass smoothing of everything over here, which, you know, it's maybe going to keep us a little busier than we can afford to be, but it looks so nice once we've got that smooth. Bedrooms are being assigned. We're waiting for a few more beds to be constructed so they can go down there. Once all these bedrooms are set up, however, we will have enough bedrooms for all of our current dwarves. I believe this will give us 56 bedrooms, and some dwarves are couples. And we're currently sitting at 47 dwarves overall. I think that's a half-decent recap. And we got some whiskey and chocolate and some more gifts coming in. So yes, there were some gift subs made by Furiac a little bit earlier. Thank you very much, Furiac. And then to follow that up, we've got Shadow the Impure with some sub gifts. Oh my god, and Belf Knight as well. It's a solstice miracle, a holiday miracle. You guys are so nice and generous this time of year. Thank you so much for that. Y'all are the best. This is great. And what was the whiskey and chocolate? Boom, it's Ben. Hey, Ben. Merry Xmas. Hope you have plenty of bottles of whiskey lined up for the holidays. I certainly have. We have more than a few things lined up over here. Essentia actually made glug, whatever. It's like a Swedish mulled wine, basically. So we had that last night, which was excellent. We do have some whiskey bottles upstairs. Briarstone, as one of his solstice gifts last night, got a really, really nice bottle of rum. I'm not usually a rum drinker, but that was really, really delicious. Yeah, that. GLO with the umlaut, GG, is what we were looking up. And I'm sure, like, we were mostly looking up, like, Swedish versions, but I'm betting, like, it's all over all of Scandinavia, probably some of the, like, the Northern European bits as well. Like, I don't know, I'm betting there's appearances of something with a very similar name in Germany or Netherlands or something, because these things spill over quite a bit. Glogi with an I in Finnish, excellent. Rimworld, Stardew Valley, or this war of mine. What game to play along Quill playing Dwarf Fortress? Man, I don't know. That's a tough decision to make. Woo! I'd probably do Rimworld. To me, Rimworld, you can spend a little bit more time maybe being a little bit passive, so you can just watch stuff. I don't know. Anyway, we got a fort going on. We don't have very many idlers. We are using the auto labor thing. We do have a handful of babies over here that are not being very productive. A few people with no jobs here, but they're probably cycling on and off. Lots of people sleeping currently. And some people storing some stuff, including some brewing going on too. Right now we have 295 units of drink. Well, I guess we actually have a decent amount of food with the plants over there, but we'd like to bring it to the next level as soon as possible. So many chicks that are not penned. I know. We have, I mean, the chicks aren't penned. I suppose we could, probably to limit some of the FPS things, but yeah, they can run around. I don't know, whatever. We'll figure something out like that. We do have, I think, 20 nest boxes set up. So we have, and they are all full up with hens laying eggs. So we're gonna be pretty active here. Anyone else here play DF without any mods or texture pack? Am I the only one? It's an interesting question, Nacho. I think I originally started it because it's slightly better visuals for the videos to do it, but one of the other things too is the default ASCII, they're not square tiles. You can get, whiskey and chocolate, and some bits. You can get some tile sets that are effectively ASCII but more square, and I like that quite a bit because it's a little weird because regular characters are taller than they are wide, and as a result, your forts end up looking kind of wonky weird. Got some more whiskey and chocolate coming in. Reload. Whoa! We got 2 big ones. What? Hey, Quill, are you in a Christmas spirit yet? So this is Hookalord. Did you watch Die Hard yet? We keep talking about it. We have not watched Die Hard yet. We actually, the only movie we've watched this week is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the first one, which I hadn't seen yet. Watched that, found it quite enjoyable. And typically we actually watch, is it called The Holiday? Is it Cameron Diaz and that girl from the Titanic. They like swap houses. Those are standard holiday movie fares for us. Hookalord, or no, that was Hookalord. Sorry, Cole90 came in as well with a very generous contribution to the Whiskey and Chocolate and CPU and RAM Fund. Says, for the CPU, go for the 9900i9. I'm trying to remember, because my stuff has actually come in. After the live stream is over, I'm going to be ripping my computer apart and rebuilding it at that point.
Has gotten an idea and has withdrawn from society.
I'm trying to remember which one I got, and I have no recollection whatsoever. I'd love to get that information for you, but I don't have it right now. I'm sorry. Is this more migrants? We got a strange mood! David Welford, the ranger, is taken by a mood and is going to go and construct something fancy schmancy. CPU and RAM Fund is Quill PC dying. No, but I realized my CPU is quite old, and yeah, so I went to get an upgrade. I believe what I got... it's Whiskey and Chocolate. Hang on a second. I might have bought the wrong one. I might have to do a return. I think I bought the wrong CPU. Not the one I wanted to. No, 9th gen. 9th gen CPU, that's the latest stuff. Yeah, okay, hold on. Oh, it's because I'm punching in the wrong number on this chart. It's Whiskey and Chocolate. No, I guess that was sort of what I don't know, man. I'm a little confused about the chart at this point. I ordered the i7 9700K. But I don't think that's what I meant to get. I think I did mean to get the i9 9900, which someone in the chat just brought up. Or rather, the i9 7900X might have been in it. Oh, that's $1,000. No, I can't afford that. $1,000 US. So this one here is, I think, $400 US. It's still pretty goddamn expensive. So I don't know. A CPU benchmark.net is what I often reference to. 97K is okay. Yeah, it's the i7 9700K though. I don't know. I may have wanted to get the i9 9700K. Or no, it's not. Yeah, it's 9979. Why is there a 9700 and a 7900? God damn it, Intel. No, I think I like this because it was a good sort of price versus performance sort of curve. But we'll have a discussion about it. If you're on Twitter, let's have a discussion as to whether or not I got it correct. I don't keep up to date on the latest hardware situations for things all the time, so I try to like do some research right before I make purchases. But yeah, I know the K is for overclocking. This is unlocked. I did get one of those CPU coolers where like it's like the all-in-one where you like put the little thing on the CPU and it's got a couple of like hoses for I guess liquid cooling to just something that I don't know if you put it in a slot or somewhere in your case and it's got 2 fans. So I might overclock a little bit because it's funny. It's weird that you think of for this game throwing extra power at it, but Dwarf Fortress tends to die FPS deaths, and I've been playing a lot more Flight Simulator lately, and the frame rates there are all CPU capped because my GPU is like an 1080. It's a very nice GPU. But the CPU is holding off, and you know all the times we're playing Civilization and we're stuck in a lot of please waiting between turns. Yeah, it turns out my CPU is not as modern as I'd thought. I mean, it's still in the fact. It was pretty good 5 years ago, but in the interest of like trying to accelerate those wait times, I thought, maybe it's time. You know, it's a business expense, right? So David Welford has claimed a craft dwarf workshop right over here. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna keep an eye on him. And make sure, yeah, he's going and grabbing some stuff. Good. And is it in T mode? No. Q mode? I guess we don't have any information about what he's looking for unless he's stuck there without goods. So he's wandering around. It's the little exclamation mark right over here. Or we'll zoom in a little bit. He's hauling some rocks over there. We'll see what he's doing. Just upgraded from a 6770K to a 9700K a few weeks ago. Very happy with it. The i7 9700K is better for the money, has more overclocking room. which is the one I got. Okay. All right. Yeah. Like I don't remember because I did all the research like a week or two ago, right? And I don't remember the research, but it felt like this was the right thing. It was just weird opening up the list and seeing something that seemed to have the identical same number but be different place in the list. I was like, did I accidentally buy the wrong one? But yeah, I think this was good value for money. I mean, I'm not gonna spend like, I'm not gonna build at like a $4,000 PC or anything like that. That'd be ridiculous. AMD Ryzen is by far the better bang for your buck, especially if you have AIO or water cool. Yeah, I've heard really good things about it there too. So maybe I should have just done that. This run has 4 parts on YouTube. It is that one, Hacks. So it is a continuation of that run. How are you? Is he still going and picking up some stuff? It's still claimed over here, and he's not standing there. And other people are hauling some stuff out of that. Holy cow! 11K PC. i7 9700 best for cost to value. Okay, good. Yeah, because it's weird because like it's not like I truly play that many demanding games, but some of the stuff we do, especially for the purpose of keeping a video ticking along, like you know, like late game in Stellaris and things like that, it like even on ×5 speed, it's quite slow. Or not ×5, I guess in Stellaris. It's times it would be, you know, just faster speed or something like that. So what did he bring over here? The granite mug is left over from the previous construction. So there's 2 pieces of granite, a piece of cobaltite, some dog leather, and a stray turkey gobbler bone. I think something's going to be bristling with bones. What is the solstice thing about? So solstice is the shortest day of the year, or the longest night of the year. You know, significant astronomical event. It's the inverse of the equinoxes, which are sort of the balance thing. And it's just, there's many different reasons why we in the household here celebrate on the 21st. It makes it, first of all, from my point of view, I want more holidays all the time. And it's also really convenient. And then for Christmas itself, I can travel over to my parents, and we don't have to worry about any sort of like overlap or anything like that. So it's just awesome. Ryzen's better for multi-threaded. See, here's the thing. And weirdly enough, some time ago, I did a video on this a while ago. Intel / the people behind Total War actually sent me a... Why does it look like no one's moving? Okay, these people are moving. Or you're just moving really slow. Sent me like a really crazy good CPU, which I've never installed. But it's one of these where it's like, it's mostly crazy good on the charts because it's like super multi-threaded. It's like 10 cores, all this stuff. But the actual clock speed isn't that high. And really, games aren't that multi-threaded. Even the best of the most multi-threaded games aren't that multi-threaded. Just because it's the nature of how, you know, programs kind of run in a mostly linear fashion. So it becomes a lot, the thing that's more important than more cores tends to be just more clock speed for each individual core. So even though I had this really fancy CPU, I've never installed it because it wasn't actually going to be pushing us ahead. So Mr. Yes, I know, I heard a few and I was like, let's complete these discussions, but let's move on. Okay, actually, let's read this bracelet here. Ooh, granite bracelet. Let's go ahead and Shift L. There we go. For the artifacts. And view description. This is a granite, so this is called the Winnower of Scrapes. This is a granite bracelet. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round granite cabochons, decorated with turkey bone and encircled with bands of rectangular cobaltite cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of granite. On the item is an image of a naked mole dog in dog leather. Kinky. Boom. There we go. Okay, we have our first artifact. And assuming workflow is doing its job, this crafts workshop does not re-get the repeat jobs. I thought it would. Interesting. It's getting the jobs that were queued through the manager, but not the repeat ones, because what we want to do is rock mugs, put that on repeat. Keep making mugs forever so we've got plenty of stuff to sell. Just got an i5 9600K, built new rig last week. I dig it. Nice. Yeah, we can get rid of the rocks on the ground. There's a couple ways. I mean, first of all, we can have a rock stockpile, and I do have a continuous job to make blocks. So these rocks are slowly being converted into blocks, actually. Not literally at all of my mason's workshops, but that is the idea. We can also hide them with DH? No, DB? H, hide items. So if we do, say this, I think there's a way to like hide all rocks. There you go. So you can just hide them. They still exist, but they're no longer visible. I find that kind of annoying to do. Yeah, DBH to hide. Is there a DF hack command to hide all rocks, like as a quick search? I'm betting there is, because it's a fairly consistent thing. Queue a job in the manager to make rock mugs when the raw stone is above 0. That will repeat it. Yeah, that's true. Can hide all rocks from your stockpile view. This is my stockpile view. I had no idea you were playing Feeling Blessed. Nice. Yeah, so if someone's got something like that, or someone can Google to see if DF Hacks has some sort of like command line to just hide all rocks. Oh, in Z! Oh, in this one here. I don't see an option to like hide or show. Additional options, X. Nope. Sure, it's in vanilla. One more to the right. It's the view that your record keeper generates. Oh, in stocks. Oh, okay. And if we go down to stones, whee! Tab mode, zoom view, enhanced view. Forbid, dump, hide. Oh! H, 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 H. Toggle this, H, H, H. Doom. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, okay, that. So the rocks are all still there. So it can be a little confusing because we're not seeing something that is actually present and might affect gameplay slightly, but probably not. And as far as I know, the dwarves will still interact with all of this, right? You're drinking log from stone mug? I should. First of all, we have really beautiful marble little goblets that are quite cool. We only use them once a year. This is not one of them. And we use them for solstice, and we did drink the glug out of that. We don't have any left. We didn't make a lot. We basically made enough so that everyone could basically have a, like half a cup or something worth of stuff. You can also do DBH, yeah. But the thing with that is you have to like cover an area, and I don't think there's a filter for it, so it hides everything underneath the selector. So we're gonna get a bunch of these little flutes here. Some jobs are being toggled on and off. The jeweler jobs are a little bit weird. Like, I guess when it detects that you have a gem, it adds it as a repeating thing, but it doesn't auto clear it if you like run out. I don't know. All right, no idlers. Everyone is still mostly busy. Oh, there's still a lot of gather plants put out there. I may have wanted to cancel that. Yeah, okay, especially since I didn't realize we had the designation like basically on the entire level. X, remove designation. I think I can probably, oops. There you go. Just cancel designation, everything on the ground floor. There we go. So that'll cancel the plant gathering. It would also cancel some tree chopping, but I don't think we've got any set up, and there's tons of logs just kicking around. So that's gonna help out with this. Store items and stockpiles. I mean, those are legitimate things. I'm really looking forward to more smoothing. It makes everything look so gorgeous when that happens. But we got too many jobs as is. Did you have raisins and almonds in the glug as well? So we put raisins in, or essentially I should say, she's got credit for making it. Put the raisins in a we have these sort of like reusable tea bags, basically like a little like cheesecloth kind of thing. Put the raisins in there so we'd soak in some of the flavor to go in, but no one really wanted to have little raisins floating around. And with the almond as well, we just used a little almond extract for some extra flavoring, rather than have the actual physical stuff in there. But we used a lot of cinnamon sticks, cloves, cardamom, other things. We don't have There's a type of booze that was often listed as going in there and isn't something that we can, is it like aquavit or something? No, I'm thinking of the wrong word. It's something, I can't remember. But we had red wine, port, and I think vodka in there. I like raisins, but surprise raisins are the worst. Rock Mage, that is actually very, very, very well said. Surprise raisins are the worst. And I always say, this doesn't really apply to this, but I always say it because I heard it somewhere, I don't remember where, is any dish, anything that includes raisins can be improved by replacing the raisins with chocolate chips. For example, a box of raisins. I always thought that was really good. Now, I don't think that would really apply here, melting some chocolate chips in there. Are all the bedrooms designated as such? So most of them, all the beds are in here. Good. At the start of the stream, they weren't. So these are all designated. These were not yet because this was our second round of beds. I'm going to record a macro. So Control R to start recording. We're gonna hit R to make a bedroom, Enter to lock it in, and then we're gonna scroll down here. I'm gonna hit Control R to stop recording the macro, and then play. So these will all designate. You don't have to assign bedrooms. This is something I used to think you had to do. As long as they're designated as bedrooms, and it would be really nice if there was some sort of like bulk bedroom designation tool in DF Hack or something. But as long as they're designated as bedrooms, some dwarves will eventually go and claim them as their own. Control P, Control P. Oatmeal raisins are best cookies. Oatmeal raisin is very good. Just gonna double check that I got this last one. Yeah, okay, good. So they're all designated as such. So we have enough bedrooms for all of our dwarves and some spares. Although I'm willing to bet the next time we get a migrant caravan, we're gonna have to add a lot more. So the idea is to use this space over here, most likely for things like, I mean, they could be fancy bedrooms, they could be taverns, they could be libraries, temples, that sort of thing. And we'll sort of do that at some of these intersections here. This one, we're a little far to the right, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be able to do with that space if we build these bedrooms. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just, maybe rather than bedroom thing, because we already sort of broke the pattern a little bit with this hospital. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do fancy, rich bedrooms here, like in big chunks like that. Actually, I kind of like that for the noble bedrooms. I think that's going to work for us. I would really like to get our sort of kitchen and brewing area set up properly. Possibly now. I mean, we still don't have much in the way of idlers. And so I'm leery about adding more digging jobs, but it might be nice because we do have a couple of stills and a couple of kitchens set up. But what I really want to do is set it up over here. So we basically have just off of the dining room, we have our drink storage, our prepared meal storage, and then we have our sort of kitchens, our stills, and then a designated stockpile behind this for just the raw foodstuffs. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. Oatmeal rose and cookies are good, but oatmeal chocolate chip are better. I really like oatmeal date cookies, where you have like sort of oatmeal cookie, and then that sort of like date sort of mashup. I don't want to say date jam. I don't know, just in between. Oh, my grandma used to make them, so that's why I loved them. The Nerd Wonder coming in at 44 months. Hey, almost 4 years, and I've only been a dwarf once. At least it was in space. Space dwarves. Which one was that? Nerd Wonder, I don't remember. Was it a Stellaris run? Hey, we got some more gift subs coming in. I probably missed some few. I got Bob coming in. Also, yes, I think I kept like not getting around to the whiskey and chocolate contributions. Let's reload that because I believe I missed a bunch over here. Indeed, I did. Indeed, I did. More than a few. Okay, we had Hunter Billico contributing to the whiskey and chocolate and CPU and RAM fund. Thank you very much for that, Hunter Billico. Woo! Celebrating the stream today with some homemade eggnog. Oh, that's what I need. I have a really good eggnog upstairs. We don't have, well, technically we do have rum in the house, but it's Briarstone special rum, so I'm not going to use that. But just some regular eggnog would be kind of nice. Maybe we'll cut into that too. Eggnog with extra run today for the stream today. Merry Solstice to you, Mr. Quill. Well, thank you very much, Hunter Billico. And cheers. Never really used to like eggnog as a kid. I think it's one of those flavors, first of all, you grow into a little bit, but part of it is because I did grow up like French speaking, and eggnog in French is lait de poule. It's literally, it's chicken milk. Chicken milk is what is eggnog in French, and that just sounds disgusting. So I was really not into it for a long time. And it helped, also a lot of store-bought eggnog is kind of meh. But Briarstone, he's got this job at this, like, you know, fancy schmancy sort of health food store and things like that. And they get this eggnog that's so goddamn expensive, but it's like, Oh my god, it's like drinking just pure cream. It's so thick and rich, and then it's got the flavorings that are just well balanced. Oh, and ever since then, it's been like, yeah, I'm all over the eggnog. All over it. We got the tasty sauerkraut coming in as well. Thank you very much for that tasty sauerkraut. Fingers crossed I'll get to be a dwarf. Oh, sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut too. Mmm. Now I'm hungry. Clearly, you know the problem is I don't tend to eat before the streams. Like I start noon on Saturdays. Not really a breakfast person, so I tend to not eat before these Saturday streams. So any talk of food is just really dangerous. But I do have my Toblerone bar over here that we'll crack into relatively soon. Bob coming in. Bob 790 as well. Quill misclicking and buying the wrong thing. That's impossible. Yeah, I never misclick. I never misread. That never happens any time. Not in video games and not in real life either. Luckily, it does look like I actually did buy the CPU that A, I'd intended, and B, was probably the right decision, but... oh, man. That was a little freaky. And Anonymous contribution. Holy cow. Thank you so much for that. 100 buckaroos to the Whiskey and Chocolate and CPU and RAM Fund. Thank you so much. Wow. And Motherboard Fund. That was the thing, is like upgrading the CPU means replacing my motherboard, which means replacing my RAM. It's this whole thing. I was like, man, it's so much work. It's basically a whole new computer. But thank you very much for that, and happy holidays to everyone out there. I hope everyone's gonna have a lovely time. It's nice that we've got this to keep us busy too, because the last thing I should be doing right now is queuing up more jobs in Dwarf Fortress. We still have like no idlers. We're so busy. I mean, again, these no jobs toggle on and off constantly. And if they've got nothing to do, if nothing else, I want more smoothing going on. So this is good that you guys are keeping me distracted. We got Hookah Lord coming in again. Hey! Just saying, since you didn't catch my comment, look more closely at currency. It's not that much. Yeah, I did notice the currency, and I didn't know how to parse that, Hookah Lord. CZK. Check money? What is that? What is currency? Czech koruna. Koruna. Like crowns, probably. Like kroners and crowns and all that, most likely is what that's based on. I'm guessing. Do you have a sand industry? No, not yet. And we do actually have sand on this map, and we should probably get some of that going on so that we can get some glass and things. That would be quite nice. All right, let's dig out our kitchens. I hope Quill will drink his homemade eggnog out of the rock stein. Also, Rum World could be a good idea. Oh, dang! I tend to overload the bots in Factorio as well. You're doing just fine, these dwarfs. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you don't want people sitting around idle. Like, right now, that popped up to 8, and I was like, whoa, we gotta queue up some jobs. Like, if people are sitting around doing nothing, that's bad. It's the same reason when we play, like, any kind of business or tycoon games or whatever. If I have money, I spend the money. If the money's just sitting there, it's doing nothing for you. So, you know, Tropical and whatever, you gotta spend. I mean, you wanna try to keep that edge where all of a sudden you don't have a crash in your economy and then you have a huge debt and you get sort of stuck. But keeping money around is a huge waste. And I think part of that mentality comes from, well, you know, various, like, you know, thinking about businesses and you've got to leverage stuff. And as a business, you should always have, you know, you should almost always be taking out loans, because presumably if you have a successful business, then you want to grow your business. So you take out loans and grow your business faster than the interest rate, and then that's the smart thing to do. But also, I think part of it comes down from the fact that I've played and watched a lot of StarCraft over the last couple of decades now, I guess. And having minerals sitting in your bank is just an awful, awful thing that should never happen. Idle dwarf's an unhappy dwarf. That's true. It literally is true in the game, because I think they do get unhappy, actually, if they're not doing something. So,